Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Big Bold You, a show that is dedicated to helping everybody out there, and yes, I do mean you, to play bigger in your life. I say this all the time. Believe it or not, it is easier to play bigger than it is to play smaller. Playing bigger means you are playing with other people. You can't succeed by yourself. And we want to inspire people to be bolder, which means you're going to have to step out of your comfort zones. You're going to have to do things that you are really a little bit uncomfortable doing, because that's the only way you grow, by stretching yourself so you can be the best version of you. And I promise you, just like there is only one you, only one fingerprint, there's only one person that has your same heart print and your soul print. So you and you alone will make an impact on this world that nobody else can make. And I am so fortunate to have somebody sitting next to me that is incredible. And you know, I call her Nikky P, or Nikky Feeding Souls. So I just want to say welcome so much, Nikky.
Hi, Jen. It's such an honor to be here and on your show, because what you just said a second ago is so much in line with why I do what I do and how I do what I do.
And I can't wait, because everybody's gonna hear so much more about Nikky. And not only are you an incredible person and you're a show host of your own show, Nikky Feeding Souls, but you also own Asian Mint and Enjoyment, which are two incredible, but you have more than just two locations.
Yes, we have 4 locations in total. So we have 3 Asian Mints around the Dallas area, one right off of 75 and Forest Lane, which is our first location. We're going on 15 years this year.
Can you believe that? 15. Nikky, I think that you're not even old enough to say you've been doing this 15 years. She doesn't look like she's any. I mean, you look like you're about 25 over here.
Sounds good. 25 is awesome.
25 is a great age to be, although you have so much more wisdom than a 25-year-old.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so before we jump into Nikky and her incredible restaurants and really her passion and what she has started doing with her Nikky Feeding Souls show, we're going to talk about a couple segments that we do all the time. And one of them is our book of the month. And our book of the month in January is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Have you read this book, Nikky?
I have not, but I've seen it on all of your previous shows through January, and I need to go get one.
You have to read it. Okay, so every week I have decided I'm going to have a little lesson. And the message from Think and Grow Rich this week is the fact that you've got to mix emotion into your subconscious thoughts. Yes. One of the things that Nikky and I were talking about yesterday when we were discussing the message, she said, what does that mean? Okay, here's the fact. Our subconscious brain is in control, whether you believe it or not. And our subconscious brain goes out to prove or to achieve and do whatever it is that you tell it to. Now, here's the thing. On a daily, weekly, monthly, annual basis, we're telling our subconscious brain, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want a new purse, we want to go to this show, we want to do this, it's crazy all the things that we're saying, but it's not until we mix what we want with emotions that our subconscious brain really starts to act upon it. Now, our brains are wired for negativity, and we typically are going to associate negative things with emotions more easily than we're going to associate the positive, fulfilling things that we really want. So it's vitally important that you realize, as you're doing your affirmations, your auto self-suggestions, that you need to make sure your why makes you cry. You want to make sure that you are associating emotions to what you want, because that's really what your subconscious brain is going to think about, which leads me to all these questions with Nikky. I'm like, Nikky, I want to ask you this, and I want to ask you this.
Sounds good.
Okay, what I want to know, I want you to tell everybody just a little bit about yourself, where you're from, but to start talking about what you're doing with your legacy development and your passion and how did you get where you are right now, and where are you right now?
Ooh, okay. It's a big loaded question. Simplified version. I like to call myself a multicultural background person, almost like a mutt, like such a mixed breed. I grew up in 2 different cultures. I actually grew up in Bangkok, Thailand, and I was sent over here when I was 16 to learn the language over in Dallas, Texas, and it's become my home. And I have a family here. I have 2 beautiful kids, and just really passionate about what I'm doing right now. Where am I in my path? I would have to say I feel like I'm only halfway there, or even at the beginning, to really have figured out more or less at this moment in time what my mission or my calling is. And that is all about feeding souls, and how I came about on how I feed souls, how to use the platform that I have created in the past 15 years of my life, and kind of really taking it to a point where how do I play my bigger, bold self with an amazing team that, I have to put together, and really trying to see how many people in the world that I can affect on a positive note, feeding their souls so that they can go and change the world in the way that they were supposed to.
And, this is what's so neat is, so you started your restaurant, probably your very first restaurant, how many years ago you said?
15.
Okay, so 15 years ago you start. Mm-hmm. And you're just providing exceptional service, exceptional food, this experience. But it was during this 15-year process that you've had an incredible amount of success.
I would say so.
So you have all this success, but I think this is really important, because to me, there's 3 pillars of development. Mm-hmm. There's personal development, there's professional development, and there's legacy development.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people that they're experiencing personal success and professional success, yet it's like, hold on a second, though, I've got a void still. Mm-hmm. I've got a great family. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like I'm supposed to be doing more. Mm-hmm. And that's really kind of where you are. So while you've had all this great success, it's this financial success and the development personally and professionally that you've experienced, that now you're at a place where you're like, you know what, I'm really just beginning. And there's something a lot bigger in me that I'm supposed to do. And that's really how you got to Nikky Feeding Souls. So tell everybody what that is.
Well, I can tell you the moment that I figured out when I felt that void. Mm-hmm. So when I had my second child, Sky, she's 5 now, but when something changed in me when I birthed this little girl. It also changed me when I birthed my first son. But after the second one, it was just exactly what you said, Jens. What is my legacy? What do I want to leave behind? How can I make this world a better place for our kids so that, it's just who we are. Mm-hmm. Exactly. It totally makes sense.
But, one of the things I think is important is, in a mutual friend of ours who really is how we got introduced, with Sandra Yancey, yes, who is the owner and founder of eWoman Network. One of the messages that she says all the time, and I love it, is we are a certain person when we are trying to survive, and we are a different person when we are thriving. And what you did over that 15 years is you set yourself up to be in a position where you could thrive, and you act differently. And so listen, I think as women, we're daughters.
Yes.
Then we're wives. We do our career. We become mothers. And then we realize, but we have so much more to give, and we're supposed to.
Yes, very true.
And I always say, and I know you're the same way, is those inspiration and those thoughts, there's accountability and responsibility with them. So when you started to feel, okay, I think I'm supposed to do more. I know I'm supposed to create a legacy. I know I'm supposed to make this world a better place. At that point, was that overwhelming to you? I mean, how did you navigate from that point, and how long ago was that?
So that was about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I was invited to the eWomen Network conference for the first time as a guest. I fell in love. I was surrounded by all these inspirational women who are on the same path, trying to make a difference, trying to figure out what is it that we are supposed to be doing in this world to move it forward for all of us, whether it's our kids or our community, our tribe. And it was so funny because at that time, my restaurants were running very well. I had 2 locations at the moment. And it was at a stage where the restaurants were running almost on autopilot with the amazing team that I had. And I was like, you know, I feel like I need to go do more with the community. Maybe I need to do some volunteer work or anything like that. But these women who were surrounding me said, why don't you use your platform that you have created to speak your message, to share your love, to share your passion? And it was just like a light bulb went off. I was like, what?
Yes.
And from that point on, I have gone back into my tribe, to my community, and really communicating with them and sharing what my next mission is to feed your souls on a deeper level. It's not just about feeding your stomach. It's about feeding your heart and soul and really honing on that message so that you become conscious enough to say, hey, when I walk out of the restaurants or when I get to talk to Nikky or any of my staff members, they have this sense of feeling to be like, I can go and do my best at whatever they were supposed to do.
And, you know, here a couple of things that you said I think are real important. Number one is you had started to have those thoughts, which I know so many people out there are in the exact same boat. But then you put yourself in a position where you were surrounded by the right people.
Yes.
You know, I say all the time, you got to do the right things right with the right people, with the right attitude over the right period of time. And there's a lot of rights in there because it's got to be right. And another message I think that's so important is that you listened. Yes. So you're there, you're in that great platform. Somebody said something, a light bulb went off, and then you said, I'm going to take this suggestion and I'm going to go back and I'm going to then act upon it. Because there are a lot of times we get great suggestions, people. We do. And then we might even say, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, but then we don't do anything. But you're a person of action. But I believe that you're a person of action because you have that passion within you that you know you're supposed to do more and you're supposed to impact, and you can't really impact people in a deep transformational way until you speak to their souls.
Agreed.
So, you know, I know you have this show, Nikky Feeding Souls, and it's on YouTube right now. Yes. It's on YouTube right now. And you actually, if you go to YouTube, you go to your YouTube, oh, there it is right there, right? Okay, Nikky Feeding Souls, stay connected with Nikky. Now, don't you have a video or something that we can, is there one, Ziggy? I know we're putting Ziggy on the spot.
I'm sure we are, but he is so amazing.
He is amazing. Okay, I love that. That's so cute.
Doesn't it look like fun?
It is. It's fun. It's upbeat. But, you know, here's the thing that I think is so awesome, because I know you personally, and I know you so deeply care about people. And I know we both agree that there are no coincidences. So if you walk into Nikky's life, whether you're walking in through, hey, you see her on this show, you start to watch her podcast on YouTube, you walk into an Asian-ment or enjoyment, you care about people. And it's that really that love of people that you are, not only do you want to help create a great experience when you're around them, but you want to help change their life in a positive way.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, food speaks to your soul. It brings communities together. It brings family together. They come and celebrate all those special occasions in your restaurant, whether it be, you know, even if it was a celebration of life, birthday parties, surprise birthday parties, any anything that they ever, it was such an honor when they ever think about us for any of their special events. But then it's that day-to-day grind that we're all are going through, because we're all trying to make a difference in this world. And, you know, what's a better way than just go through the stomach?
Well, and plus too, you know, I think that food is an expression of love. You know, I know in a lot of cultures, I've got a really good friend of mine who's Jewish, and I'm telling you, food, it's like the more food she can give you, the more she's saying, I love you, because you need food to sustain life. We can't live if we don't have food. And it's a spiritual, but it's a really big act of love.
Yes.
And, you know, listen, how many times are there you really have, you got to have some tough conversations.
Yes.
And when you sit down at the dinner table or you sit down, there's a lot of things that come out during that time. And, but I will say that everything that you touch, there's love. So whether you walk into one of your restaurants or you engage with you, there's just love. But even if you just touch your food, I mean, y'all do catering, right?
Yes, catering. We do private parties. We have private dining. It is so fun. Absolutely.
Well, and I will tell you that I remember one time I just came in to see you, and you were like, no, hold on, you have to leave with something.
Yes.
But it's the energy and it's the love that you put into everything that you do. So with your Nikky Feeding Souls, tell us, you know, what's your vision for that, and what can we do? You know, we've got people that are going to be watching this live. They're going to be watching this on recording. I mean, what can we do to get involved and to help?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So I would have to say my goal with the Nikky Feeding Soul show, it almost, funny enough, it happened just out of, like you said, nothing happens by accident. It always has a reason to it. And I went to Thailand this past November. I met these amazing photographer. We started talking about, you know, how I really want to put Thailand on the map. I love talking about the culture. I have lived in both countries, and I kind of know what is it that people in America are looking for, you know, what's exciting to them, what is relevant to them, what do I have to share in Thailand, and kind of just bringing those two together and get you all excited. So my goal is to really, I will be launching one episode every week, more towards the beginning of the week, so that I can feed your soul at the beginning of the week. It is normally really short episodes, between 5 to 10 minutes. You can watch it, laugh, get excited. I take you on a little cultural tour, a food tour, and I love talking to the people behind the food. So I would be talking about the food, but I'm like, who are you? I want to get to know you. How long have you been doing this? What got you doing it? Following your passion. People who are in the restaurant business or the food business, or the people who really, they put their heart on the plate. And at that point in time, I get to tell their story and go, okay, who are you? How long have you been doing? Everybody's been doing it for 40 years or more in Thailand, which is so amazing. And they pass it from generation to generation. They tell me the story. I get to share it. I get to share the flavors. They're so amazing. I even get to go and cook with them on some of these shows. And I get to meet all these grandmothers, how you always talk about it's the grandmother recipe. And then I talk to these grandmothers who'll be like, I'm not even letting anyone else do it because I'm the only one who can do it right. And I'm like, okay, grandma, you're like 90 and you're still doing it, but kudos to you. They're so passionate. And with that emotion, with that passion that I can share through, you know, just the show, I hope that I can help feed your soul so that you can go and do what you need to do for that week to feed everybody else's soul and become a soul feeder with me. So you can watch my YouTube channel. Highly recommend to go subscribe, watch them. Thank you, Siggy. And then you can please comment and let me know what else can I bring to you that you're interested in. And again, it's food, culture, travel, and just really having a lot of fun.
But you know what I think is so awesome is, first of all, passion is contagious. And that's one thing. I'm just sitting up here listening. I'm smiling from ear to ear because your passion is contagious. And you know, whether somebody's passion is the food, if it's the story behind the people, one thing that I think you're going to inspire is people to find what they're passionate about, which is something that I'm the same vein. I want to help people to be fulfilled. And you and I both know that if you don't have passion in your life, you're just not fulfilled. And sometimes, you'll hear people say, if you don't have faith, help borrow somebody else's faith. Mm-hmm. If you don't have belief, borrow somebody else's belief. If you don't have passion, borrow somebody else's passion. And I really do think that's going to be one of the outcomes of your show, Nikky, is you're going to inspire other people to find out what they're passionate about, and seeing how passionate you are about this. It is contagious.
Thank you.
And I mean, I don't know if that's what you meant for it, but it's gonna happen. I can feel it. Now, what do you have over here to the side over here?
Oh, again, from my last trip, I went to go and help my friend launch her crispy Thai chili. It is a crispy garlic mix called Drama Queen, and it is OMG. For you to put it on anything that you can ever imagine that you would put any hot sauce on, mm-hmm. you want to sprinkle this amazing crispy chili garlic mix on top of it. It is an 100-year-old recipe that she married into this family, and it used to be made for the royal family in Thailand.
Wow. I want to see it. I want to touch it. Okay, I want to touch it. I want to see it. Where do we get this?
So at the moment, you can get it at any of my restaurant locations, at Enjoyment on Campbell and 75 in Richardson, and then at any of the Asian Mint locations. We have them in the Ziploc pack. The mm-hmm. jars right now we're trying to get over here. So we're at the process of getting our FDA approval and then getting our shipment in. But at that time right now, you can come and experience it at the restaurant. It is good on pizza, pasta, but it's not just good on Thai food. It's good on anything.
Okay, so I'm just going to say I love it because on the back here it says, I don't mean to brag, but I've been told I'm kind of hot.
It is so cute.
I love this. Drama Queen. I love it.
It's so fun.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Well, and I saw that when Ziggy had your little,
yes.
piece up, mm-hmm. I saw the Drama Queen on it. I wondered what that was.
Yes.
So it's on the other one, Ziggy, on the other graphic that she had there at the very bottom. It says Drama Queen.
Drama
so that's
Queen.
what this
that's
is.
It. Absolutely.
Now, what do you think is the biggest difference between the two cultures?
Wow. There's a lot of similarities. And I really wanted to touch upon the story that you said earlier about your Jewish friend.
Yes. Okay. Do that.
So in my culture, Asian culture or Thai culture in general, we are all about feeding. And if you go into a household, I'm very sure it's similar to many other households, is that the first question that comes out of my mouth is, can I get you something to drink? Mm-hmm. And have you eaten yet? Can I get you something to eat? And within the first 10 minutes, if we can't get you something to eat, something's going wrong. It is all about feeding, because when you are physically, happy, then mentally you can connect and you can have that brain connection, that love connection that you need to do, because your body functions are not kind of screaming at you, hey, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I need to do this and do that. And you're in a serene moment that you can really focus and connect with the people you need to connect.
Oh, absolutely. There is so much research that has proven that happiness precedes success, and happiness precedes living a life of contribution, and happiness precedes good health. So when our basic needs are met, we are more open to all the greatness that we're supposed to really be doing. So I love it. Now, so as far as the difference in the cultures, though, I mean, you were saying you want to kind of bring the best of both worlds. What are some things that you think that you want us over here, us crazy Americans over here, to know and to potentially positively impact our culture in a way?
Wow. There is a lot of similarities. I would say maybe the biggest differences, I can't even think, but one thing that one of my mint fanatics or my customers had told me before is that when you come into the restaurant, you can feel that it is very inclusive. No matter where you're from, who you are, you come in and it's kind of like this level of serenity, of zenness. Maybe that comes from the background of, the religion base of the country, but we're just very zen, easygoing kind of mentality. Thailand is called the land of smiles. That is really our tagline.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I love, no wonder you're so smiley.
All the time.
You always have a smile on. But in all honesty, my husband works for a company, and it's a German-based company. And I think, and this is something that we've talked a lot about since he started working with this company, which is in the United States here, we're always work, go, and when you talk about that serenity and that peace and that calmness, and let's slow down and let's invest in people, and let's cultivate the passion that people have within them. I don't think that is the norm here. I really don't. And I love it that you come from a place of that knowledge and that experience. And we know, good grief, we know that's important. But you said something else earlier, which is you want to help people become aware of certain things and to be mindful, and mindfulness is such a big word right now because it's so important. And, you talk about love, and I know one of the things I think is really important is we don't know what people are going through. We really don't. You might see somebody on the street that you don't even know. You might have somebody come into your restaurant. You might know somebody and you still don't know what they're going through. So it's so important for every one of our interactions to at least end in love in some form or fashion. And I think that's really what you're doing, is saying let's be more aware. Let's be more aware of what we have going on. And, when you said you're interviewing and talking to people, the grandmas, the 90-year-olds, there's so much more to the story. And we need to hear and learn more about the story.
Absolutely.
So I want to know where, your entrepreneurial journey, how has this, how did it begin, and how has it taken you to the place where you are right now?
So I would have to say, through the restaurant business, I get to meet amazing people in the restaurant, and they have become my biggest cheerleaders, my tribe, my community. I remember when I first, even before I started the restaurant, so I was serving, I did all that. I did serving, I sang in a band, I was doing food delivery in and out of 30 different restaurants. And this one time when I was, in my 20s, I asked my customers, a regular, and I asked, what should I do? Because I had no clue what I wanted to do. And he said, whatever you do, do not go into the restaurant business. And I said, thank you. I'm going to start there. And then I'm going to work myself backwards. 15 years in, I'm still doing it. Kind of breaking off and doing a lot of different other things. So what I really love doing right now, because I can't be in all the restaurants all the time. And I'm like, how do I can't just, split my body and show up. But I try my best, and I thought, why not use what we have today, social media platforms, YouTube channels, things like that, to still connect. And video is just the best way to connect here.
Yes, 100%.
So that's why I'm doing the shows. We do a lot of experience type events. So we do cooking classes.
I love that.
So
how do you do? So can anybody say, hey, I want to come to a cooking class, and you coordinate it, or do you have set cooking classes and people sign up?
I have set cooking classes at the moment.
Right.
So basically, if you go to any of our websites, asianmint.com or Enjoyment enjoymentkitchen.com. I have a cooking class coming up at Enjoyment Kitchen, February 2nd. It is a Saturday morning. It is kid friendly.
Yeah, that's soon.
Yeah,
Yay.
we're going to be doing some egg rolls. You're going to learn about the story behind Thai food. You're going to learn how to make pad Thai. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're doing special events. I'm kind of bringing the community together. At Enjoyment, we're also doing an open talent night.
Nikki, this is a fun idea. This is fun. I love this.
So fun. And that's, when is it? Feb 16th.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because I've realized the community around Enjoyment in Richardson, we're very close to UTD. We're very close to a lot of schools and new families. And it's just like, I've noticed these customers coming in. I'm like, how can I bring them in more often together to connect?
I love
just bringing the community together.
Nikki, I love this. I mean, I'm serious. I love this so much because that's really, what you're doing is you are expanding and bringing the community in, but your ultimate goal is to just help people be loved and have passion,
feed their
souls. I love this, Nikki.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really amazing. I love it. Okay, so I got to know about the talent night because
you need to come.
Well, I mean, we'll get Christy there, but Ziggy does comedy too. So tell us more about this talent night.
Awesome. So I am not an expert in what a talent night is all about. I was like, what is a talent night? Back in the day, it was mostly acoustical music playing around, open mic night. So I have an awesome, amazing friend. His name is DJ Solo Mo. He curates the show. So you actually have to audition in some way or another. So you need to reach out to him. He is on Facebook.
Okay, I love this idea.
So it's not just going to be a show of random people kind of coming up and who knows what. He is actually going to make it a night where you're going to have fun, where you're not going to be like, wait, I need to leave right now.
Hey, it made me think of the Gong Show. Remember back in the day, the Gong Show?
Yes, I do.
It's like, no,
I'm telling my age now.
Yeah. But okay, so this is going to be legit. I mean, it's like you're going to have to sign up. You're going to have to audition. And are you just going to do it once a year? Or are you going to do it once a quarter?
My goal with DJ Solo Mo is to do it twice a month. If we can get the amount of participation to come together and, show off your talent and share it with the community, bring everybody together, have fun on a Saturday evening. That's the goal.
And is it going to be, which location are you going to?
Enjoyment.
Okay, so Enjoyment.
Enjoyment in Richardson. We have a big dining area where we have an awesome backdrop. We have this neon sign that says enjoy. So he scoped out the whole place. He came in and did an event with me. We did a surprise birthday party where we actually raised funds for two of my friends' charities. And he came into the space. He fell in love. He's like, you know what? Let's do something. And I'm like, let's do it, because there needs to be more positive energy, fun energy in the space. And I think it's going to be awesome.
I think it's a great idea too. And see, that's another thing, that two heads are better than one.
Oh, yeah.
Two heads are better than one. So you get around great people and you start collaborating and great ideas come out of it, which is phenomenal. And that starts February 16th, you said, correct?
That would be our first one.
Okay, February 16th. Now, how many people can you get in there? Because I think you're going to be packed.
Ooh, I'm not quite sure what the limit is, 50 to 75, I believe. And then we have a patio. So if it, streams right outside of the store, that would be awesome.
I would love that.
Everybody else around in the parking lot can have some fun.
But really, that would be, I love what you're doing, Nikki. I love what you're doing. And this is the great thing. Like just at the beginning of the show, you said you feel like you're just beginning. And I think that's a really important point that people need to realize. Nikki has been in the restaurant business 15 years, been very successful, but now she's caught some just incredible passion, and you're elevating everything, and you truly do believe you're just at the beginning.
I do. Beginning, and I don't know, who knows? I think as long as you just continue on your path, believe in yourself, listen to your gut. I mean, your gut and your soul truly tells you what you really, really are passionate about. Your brain will guide you as well. So but it is truly here. I mean, there have been plenty of times where my gut said something, my brain said something else, and I listened to the wrong advice. But it was an amazing lesson learned.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I've learned, I wish I learned it sooner. So anybody, any young ones, just listen to your soul, follow it, find a tribe, a group of people around you, find a mentor or a femtor that you look up to, because we're all about elevating everybody up together.
Exactly. And you know, I love the point that you said about you're smart, and so you have ideas come to you, but then your passion, it hits you right in the gut.
Yes.
And there's so many times we just don't go with our gut because we talk ourselves out of it.
Oh, yes.
And I do think that is kind of something you have to learn with wisdom.
Yes.
And I'm not going to say age or years, because I know there's some younger people that have a lot of wisdom, and I'm like, how did that happen? And
they clicked it real fast.
They clicked it.
Yes.
But 100% of the time when I go with my gut, it's the right thing to do. And when I don't go with my gut, I'm just like, oh, why didn't I do that? But like you said, we had to learn the lesson.
Yes.
We have to learn the lesson.
To be.
Which really, to me, goes along with my Ask Jen's question for today. It's this exact same topic that we've all been talking about. And it's really, you know, this is a question from one of my clients when I sat down with this person, and this is what she said. She said, I'm a very successful business person. I've got a great family, great job, but you feel the void, which is what we've been talking about today. How do I figure out what to do or where to go to find what's next? And we just answered the question, which is go with your gut. Your passion is there. Be authentic to who you are, surround yourself with the right people, and go with your gut. You were meant for legacy, not just to work and not just to be a parent. Those are amazing things, but you're meant for more, and you can do it. So I'm really excited that we are talking about this, because it's a deeper level. I just think it's at such a deeper level. But you know that part of what I do over here is make people laugh.
I love it. It's my favorite part.
Every week we have a Laughter is the Best Medicine video, and we're going to watch this video, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this person so you'll know even how much more fun this is.
YouTube, now that I'm feeling a little more mentally stable, I know that physically I don't look like it, but mentally I'm doing much better. I don't even know if you care or not really about an update, but I'm gonna give it. So, you don't need a flashlight. If you do, go ask Daddy, please. So anyway,
Who are you talking to?
I am updating YouTube on my mental breakdown. That's going to be an everyday update, YouTube. I'm going to break you down. Can you turn that light back on, please, Chloe, perhaps? Can you illuminate the living room once again, please? Chloe. In case you were wondering why I'm a psychopath.
Okay, so I love this woman. And here's the thing is, she's following her passion. She's very candid about the depression that she's experienced and the hard times that she's experienced. And she's sharing everything about her life and what she's now passionate about. And she's so real and she's hysterical. But I think it goes right along with what we're doing. And you have to laugh at yourself. Everything is going to get better. There's nothing that's going to last forever. Even your good times aren't going to last forever. Things are going to go up and they're going to go down. But you have to have laughter. And believe me, I'm sure we got to talk about Asian Mint, and I'm sure there's been some up and down things with Asian Mint, and I'm sure you during the crazy times you laugh. But tell everybody a little bit more about Asian Mint and the background, the philosophy, and really how that got started.
So I would really love to touch upon enjoyment, if that's all right.
Yes,
Janice.
and
That'd be
yes,
awesome.
yes,
Yay!
yes,
Okay.
enjoyment.
So enjoyment is my newest baby. It is a millennial. I pretty much birthed the concept as a millennial daughter of Asian Mint. I have realized that in this day and age, people are always on the go. They're in this fast-paced lifestyle, which what we've been talking about. And I want to make sure that they don't forget to feed their souls and their stomach in the best way possible. So I birthed enjoyment. It's been an idea that's been, roiling up in my mind forever. And it is a fast casual concept to serve fresh Thai bowls. Our little mission, big mission, honestly, is feeding souls with fast, fresh Thai bowls. And our goal is to really be a part of your lifestyle to make sure that you're still getting fresh food, yummy, awesome food, and it's really streamlined. It is very high tech. We do a kiosk ordering. People have been telling me I'm always about 2 years ahead in technology, even though I'm in the restaurant business. And I keep, killing myself with it, but I still do it. With kiosk based, you get an order on yourself. It's cashless. It's safe for my staff. It's faster for you guys when you come in. You can do online ordering. You can do delivery services. And it's so cool because I have took all of your favorite bowls of Asian Mint, for example, your pad thai, your fried rice, our salad noodles, our red curry, sweet and sour peanut sauce. And basically, you get to pair it with your favorite protein, whether it be vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free friendly. We have chicken, we have barbecue beef and shrimps and fried tofu, a gluten-free fried chicken. It is so yummy, so feeding at a great price point, and you can bring in your family, and it is so much fun and so fast.
You're making me hungry. I gotta go. Yes! This is amazing. But I do think it's and it's all great food. It is all great food, and it's prepared with love. Everything that Nikky does is love, heart-centered, and that's one of the reasons why I love her, and that's one of the reasons why we're going to support everything you do, your restaurants, your shows, your products, because you're all about helping make this world a better place.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jen.
Thank you so much. So everybody's got to go to Enjoyment. And how many locations of Enjoyment?
We have one.
But aren't you going to do more than one?
I plan to pretty much take it international. So
love
that would be
that.
the goal.
I
the
love
more
that.
souls that I can feed, the better I am and happier I am. And I feed my soul that way.
Well, and I'm not a big cook, and I'm thinking, how great is to go do something fast like this, and then you can take to your family and to your friends and have that little present, that gift of love to give.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Thank you so much, Nikky.
Thank you, Jen.
February 16th, I'm going to be at that talent night.
So fun.
We're going to eat. We're going to have a blast, and we encourage everybody to go. And we encourage you to share this show. If there's something that we said that touched you in a special way that gosh, this is something that needs to be heard by other people, or if you know the other people that need to be to hear this, please let them know. We want to make a positive impact on as many people as we can. So until we meet again next Monday at 3 p.m. Central, be big, be bold, and most importantly, be you. Bye-bye.